Hello friends, MaxDigital here. In this video, we're going to do a spec review comparison on the BLU G91 and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus 5G. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the basic overview of the BLU G91 is that it's a value budget unlocked device, while the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus 5G is a flagship Samsung Galaxy phone with a really high price. And we'll be comparing both of these devices to see which one offers more value compared to the specs and see what's good, what's bad, and what we come out with. Let's go ahead and take a look. So the first thing we're going to look at is the network connectivity. The value BLU G91 is a LTE only device, while the Galaxy S21 Plus 5G obviously has 5G. For most people, 99% of the apps are okay with LTE speeds. But if you do have the luxury of having 5G, you could download everything super quick, no buffering, if you're in an area that has good 5G. But for now, it's not too much of a big deal having only LTE for the BLU G91. Next thing is the price. The BLU G91 you could be had for only $150, and you can get it from Amazon, while the S21 Plus, that one is $1,000 brand new. It's available everywhere, postpaid, prepaid, anywhere, and also on the secondary market you can get it for a little bit cheaper. But yes, regardless, you're getting a lot of phone on the G91 for a very low price. And yeah, you're definitely paying a premium for the S21 Plus. Let's go into the overall size of the devices. The BLU phone has a height of 6.4 inches. The Samsung has a height of 6.3 inches. The width of the G91 is 3 inches. The width of the S21 Plus is 3 inches. The thickness of the G91 is 0.35. The thickness on the Samsung is 0.31. So these devices are pretty similar, except that the BLU is just a little bit taller. Next, the weight of the BLU G91 is 196 grams or 6.9 ounces. The Samsung Galaxy S21 weighs in at about 200 grams at a little bit over 7.05 ounces. So both of these devices are very close in weight. Both of them are around 7 ounces. The overall build quality is going to be a plastic feeling on the BLU G91, while you're getting a glass back on the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus. Both of these devices are dual SIM devices. The BLU G91 has 2 physical SIM card slots, and the Samsung has 1 physical SIM card slot and 1 eSIM. Basically, you could have 2 phone numbers, 2 data services, and you could change them in and out. So it's very handy for travelers and people that just want 2 different services at the same time. The BLU G91 has the luxury of just having 1 model and being unlocked no matter what. So you're always going to get an unlocked model, as opposed to the Galaxy S21 Plus. It comes unlocked as well, but there's also AT&T, T-Mobile, all the variants on there, so be careful which one you get. Moving on to the display, we have an LCD screen on the BLU G91. The Samsung has a dynamic AMOLED display at 120 Hertz. The BLU G91 is 6.5 inches. The S21 Plus is 6.7 inches, so a little bit bigger on the Samsung. Screen to body ratio on the BLU phone is 82%, 88% on the S21 Plus. So you're getting pretty much overall more screen real estate on the S21 Plus. Resolution. The BLU G91 is a HD screen at 720 by 1600 pixels. You're getting a full HD screen on the S21 Plus, 1080 by 2400 pixels. PPI on the BLU phone is 270. PPI on the Samsung is 394. Moving on to software, the BLU phone is running Android 10 with a relatively stock skin on top, and the Samsung phone is obviously rocking the Samsung UI 3.1 on top of Android 11. The Blue phone is probably not going to get updated, while the Samsung will get updated for a couple of years. For the processor, the Blue phone is running a MediaTek processor, while the Samsung is rocking the best of the best Snapdragon 888 processor. Now, it is going to be speedier than the Blue phone and the MediaTek processor, but for everyday apps, you won't see too much of a lag on the BLU G91. For internal memory, the Blue phone has an impressive 128 gigs of storage, which is the same found on the S21 Plus, also has 128 gigs. The magic of the BLU G91, the perk is that it has a micro SD card slot, so you can increase the storage really easily, very cheaply, while you can't do that on the Samsung. You have to get a more expensive model with the 256 gigabyte option, but it's obviously more expensive. In general, I think most people should be fine with 128 gigs of storage. Moving on to the cameras, the Blue phone has a 4-camera setup, 16 megapixel wide, 5 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel macro, 2 megapixel depth. The only 2 cameras you really got to worry about is probably just the first 2, the regular main camera and the ultra wide. I personally don't really care about the macro or the depth. On the other hand, on the Samsung phone, you get a 12 megapixel main camera, 64 megapixel telephoto lens, 12 megapixel ultra wide. So it has an impressive setup of cameras. And not to say that the Blue phone sucks with the camera department, but it'll take average shots, it'll do the job, but nothing like the flagship camera system on the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus. That one is best in class. You'll love it. Easier to take real professional looking videos and pictures. For the video, you can only shoot 1080p on the Blue phone. You can shoot up to 8K on the Samsung, but it seems almost like a gimmick. I don't think a lot of people will take advantage of 8K video. For the selfie camera, we have a 16 megapixel shooter on the Blue phone that can shoot 1080p video, and for the Samsung, you get a 10 megapixel main shooter, well, only shooter for selfie, and it could shoot up to 4K. So if you want crispier videos on your selfie, rock with the Samsung. So for the Blue phone, it has a little bonus that it has a headphone jack, while the Samsung does not. So the Blue phone, you're able to plug in your physical headphones, your mics, your aux cord, and connect it to your car. So if you're not fully embracing Bluetooth wireless headphones, then the Blue phone will be perfect for you. For Bluetooth, the Blue phone has 4.0, Samsung has 5.0, but it doesn't really matter because both of these devices will be fine to connect your smartwatch, connect your speakers, connect other devices, your wireless headphones, and that's what really counts, but they're pretty much the same. Both phones are rocking the USB Type-C port, and it's a very versatile port. You can connect it and be used with other devices such as a MacBook, a Chromebook, a Windows PC, other Android phones, tablets, iPads. Pretty much everything except iOS devices has a USB Type-C port, so you'll be fine with this port. For unlocking these devices, very different. The Blue phone has a rear-mounted fingerprint reader, very reliable, old school, while the Samsung has a newer fingerprint reader under the display. And it depends on your preference, but both of them will do the job to unlock your device. Lastly, the super important feature is the battery. We have a massive 5,000 milliamp battery on the Blue phone. Very impressive for a budget device, while the more expensive $1,000 Samsung has a 4,800 milliamp battery. Also very impressive. But I would have to say and give it up to the Blue phone, because with that low-res screen and the lower-end processor, you're going to get tons and tons of battery life. Both of these should last you all day, but if you do need to recharge your phone, there's fast charging on both of these, except that the Blue phone is only at 10 watts, and the fast charging is 25 watts on a Samsung. You also get wireless charging and reverse wireless charging, so the Samsung does have more options for charging. So what are my conclusions after talking about the specs and comparing them with these two phones? Well, you're getting a lot of value from the Blue phone. The things I like about it is that it's fully unlocked, has dual SIMs, has a massive battery. It's very easy to get and find, and the price is very, very low. It'll handle pretty much 99% of people's apps and daily activities. On the other hand, if you have the money, disposable income, and you want a real good camera, that's probably the best selling point of the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus, and you want 5G, those are the two options that make the Galaxy S21 worthy of those $1,000. You get an excellent camera, you get a very decent sized battery, and you get 5G. Very, very, very awesome. Both of these phones will do the job for pretty much everybody, but the more luxurious choice for camera and for 5G, get the Samsung. On that note, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.